Hello and welcome back to the FSS Football channel and today's match watch long for the Burnley versus Manchester United game. We quickly just stop the stopwatch or just timer. Right, how are we all doing today? How are we, United Live? Alright, so for those who don't know the team, this is of course the team. So it's in goal, it's Dean Henderson, it's then a back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. It's now a double pivot of McTominay and Fred. It's in a front line of Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba and Mason Greenwood. Now, about the starting lineup, this front three of Rashford, Greenwood and Pogba could be in any order. So we could see it like this with Rashford out on the left, Pogba out right, Greenwood up top. We could see it swap, these two swap. So we would have Rashford on the right and Pogba on the left like we saw against Spurs. Or what we could see is we could see Greenwood out on the right, Rashford up top, and of course Pogba still out on the left. Now, I don't know which one of them you guys would prefer. I would prefer Rashford out on the left, Greenwood up top, Pogba on the right. So that's the way I got the graphic right now. If it does change, then we can change the graphic according to the starting lineup. What's up, Man United gang? If we win, we got 8 points off Manchester City. We do, but that's too many points. Too many points. I think we should have started Cavani, but then other than that, I'm okay with the lineup. I'm surprised Cavani didn't play today. I thought this is good. Look, we know what Burnley are about. They're a physical side. So I would have put your physical striker, the one that we applaud for being good in the air and is all about movement, which is going to be important in a game against Burnley because they don't give you an inch, do they? Right, let me sort this screen out. Put that over there. There we go. So, this is the starting 11 for Burnley today. So it's Peacock Farrell in goal. So Nick Pope isn't here, which is fantastic for us. Perhaps Cavani come on as a super sub. Well, I mean, look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. I've said countless times this season, for me, my backup, what's it called? Backup striker would be Cavani. I would use Cavani as a super sub. So I don't mind him coming on as a super sub. I just think it's a bit weird after he's had 2 good games in a row. It's now he's being made into the super sub. But at the same time, look, hopefully we see Green. Well, obviously we will see Greenwood today. And hopefully he has a good game up top, and we get to see what he's all about really, and see like could this kid be the long-term future of that number 9 position for Manchester United. I'm going 2-0. My dad is going 3-1. Right, I'll quickly get the notepad out and I'll start taking down predictions. So I'm going to 2-0 United. United Live, you also went 2-0. And went 3-1. United. Right, there we go. Guess a word. Mo Salah going to Leicester City. What? Guess a word. Mo Salah going to Leicester City. He's not going to go to Leicester City, is he? Of course he's bloody not. In other news, well, I mean, I didn't even go through the whole lineup, did I? So, going back to this... You smell... I haven't spelled anything wrong. Oh, you're not talking about me. Anyway. So, we got Peacock Farrell in goal. Brilliant. Brilliant. So funny. So funny, guys. So funny. Anyway, Burnley team. It's Peacock, Farron and goal. Of course, they're out without Nick Pope. It's then a back four of Lowton, Tarkowski, Ben Mee, Charlie Taylor. Look, it's a decent back four. It's their full strength back four, isn't it? Really. Like I said in the preview, look, we know what to expect from this Burnley side. They are going to be hard to beat. They're going to win at all the 50-50s. We have to be strong, and look, we should. Oh, we are. There's a reason we're favourites. We should be able to win this game. In their midfield, look, again, it's going to be combative. Sorry, with Goodmanson, Cork, Westwood, Brownhill, and McNeil. And then up top they've got Chris Wood. Now, I think that's going to be a bit. No, he finished 1-1 United live. Eddie Nketiah scored in the 97th minute. I think this game is going to be really, really interesting. Alright, there we go. So, NG, you're going 1-0. There we go. Yeah, they equalised in the 90th minute. So, I mean, what was I going to say? This is what I was going to say. I don't understand the idea of playing this man here, Victor Lindelof, today. Now, did he have a decent game at midweek against who did we play? Granada? Yeah, he did. He was alright, wasn't he? He didn't have a bad game at all. But Tuanzebe was better. I think majority of us gave Tuanzebe man of the match. So I don't quite understand why Lindelof's playing against Chris Wood, who that is his weakness. Anyway, I'm quickly going to have to mute myself quickly. Right, sorry about that. I had something I had to sort out. Something private I had to sort out, so I had to mute my mic. But I am back now, and that's the main thing. So, I think Pogba and Rashford will score. I mean, who do I reckon will score? Did you watch Mark Goldbridge? What, the Mark Goldbridge song? What Mark Goldbridge song? Song Cavani against Granada. That was. I have seen that. What was it? I can't think what the song was, but I did remember hearing it. Yeah. But I mean, because technically it's not his song, was it? It was someone else had already made it, and he thought he had made it because he had never heard it before, something like that. But I mean, what? Give us Eddie. Give it. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Can you play music for pre-match? Unfortunately, I can't really because I'll probably get copyright striked. Or it's going to be non-copyright and that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Plus, I feel like that could get in the way of sort of the chat sort of thing. Like, I mean, what do we make of Arsenal? Obviously, they drew in the end, didn't they, to Fulham? What do you reckon is going on there? Do you reckon they will qualify for Europe next year? They're currently ninth. Look, they're closer than they've been given credit for. They're 4 points behind Spurs, who are in seventh. Oh, when the march. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. But I mean, look, if I load up the league table, look, Man City have won the league, haven't they? Like, was it United Live? Yeah, like United Live said earlier, if United win, we get 8 points off. That's too many still. We look at Man City's games left. What? Chelsea might beat them. Obviously, they beat them yesterday to knock them out, so they can't win the treble. Thank God. Thank God they can't win the treble. So, look. So Chelsea could beat them, but then we still need them to drop lose 2 more games. So we'll say Everton they'll lose, and who else? And even saying Everton will beat them that's being kind. What? I don't imagine Brighton will beat them. Newcastle won't. Palace won't. Villa might be our only like chance. If Arsenal wins Europa League instead of us, I'll be crying for a whole day. I mean, yeah. Like, I obviously want us to win Europa League. Like, I want us to win trophies. But look, if we want to win it, and I had to pick someone else too, I would pick Arsenal. Plainly because I like to have other English clubs in the Champions League. Hello, Nico. How are we? We will still be playing against Leeds, Liverpool, and Leicester. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to get to. They would have to drop 9 points. You're going 2-0 United, Nico. 3-2, Jason. You've gotten big there, my guy. So Nico, you've gone for a pretty popular score here. Me and United Live both went 2-1, and Jason, you're going quite out there. Right, what's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying? So Ollie here's just talk about the that we need a mentality shift after 5 years since we last beat Burnley at home. Yeah, and as Jason just said, the last 3 times Burnley have come to Old Trafford, they've gone 2-0 up. Or they've scored 2 goals. Scientists have discovered that 97% of Man City's fan base are bandwagon kids between 7 to 12-year-old. Not even them. Not even 7 to 12-year-olds. That's far too old. United can win the league. We can't win the league. Like, we were just going over it before you joined, Nico. Look, we have Man City's games here. I can't see him losing 3 games. I can maybe see him losing 1 game, and that's Chelsea. Being very kind, let's say Everton can beat them. But that still means they have to lose 1 more game. Let's say Aston Villa. Let's say Aston Villa do the impossible, or Villa and Palace get draws against them. So then we can make up them 8 points. We look at our games. We still have to go to Liverpool. Leeds, look, Leeds beat Man City. So while we smash Leeds 6-2, Leeds can be a difficult place for us to go. Like, obviously, Liverpool, that's not going to be easy. Villa, if we're saying Villa can beat Man City, you have to say they can beat us. Leicester, not an easy game at all. Fulham, depends what Fulham turns up. And Wolves, again, depends what Wolves turn up. According to my script, United will be winning the Europa League in the most dramatic way. I mean, that's just us, isn't it? We always do things the hard way. If United win the league, it will be one of the great Premier League comebacks of all time. It would, for certain. We're so far behind. Man City would have to fall off the ball. And I mean, I don't see it happen. I think they'll get knocked out by PSG in the Champions League. I said before the Chelsea game, I reckon Man City will only do the double this year. I think Man City will win the Carabao Cup, and I think they'll win the Premier League. I don't think they'll win the what's it called? The penny will drop. I don't think they'll win the Champions League, and I don't think they'd win the FA Cup either. But I mean, look, Man City they're too strong, aren't they? They're not going to let that 8-point lead slip, are they? It's not going to happen. I mean, it doesn't happen. How often do you see the team that has been so dominant pretty much all season long let a 10-point lead slip? Aston Villa, Everton, Chelsea, Newcastle to nick a draw. No, but that's not enough. That won't be enough though. I mean, like, yes, because technically, yes, you have done there. They've dropped 8 points, but I mean that would draw us level. Drawing level isn't good enough. But I mean, have you guys heard about the European Super League and the ideas behind that? Apparently, I think it was 12 clubs, including the whole of the Premier League top 6. The 3 biggest clubs in Spain being Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid, and Italy's 3 biggest clubs, Inter Milan, Juventus, and AC Milan, have all agreed upon a European Super League. No, I mean Aston Villa, Everton to beat Man City, but yeah, that won't happen though, will it? We have to be realistic. That them teams aren't going to do that. I mean, I would love to be positive and be like, yes, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win it comfortably. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I just don't think we will, to be honest. There we go. Man City will lose to Chelsea, draw to Everton, and win all the other games towards the end of the season. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Jason, I'm pretty much on board with what you just said there. I would say, look, maybe Everton can beat them. Maybe Chelsea can beat them. But I don't see any of the other teams beating them. I think they're just too. They're too good. That's the issue. They are just too good. Right. Man City are currently on a domestic losing streak as they lost to Chelsea afternoon. Domestic meaning competition when in England. I know what domestic thing I know what domestic means. I mean, yes, but what I'm sure we could have made something like that up a few weeks ago. We don't actually lose a lot of games. That's the issue. We don't. We've only lost 4 games this season. I mean, look, if you look at the league table, with you can see the glaring issue with us this season. We just draw too many games. Oh, we've drawn 4 more games than Manchester City, and they've played an extra game than us. We just concede. We just draw too many games, and look, I've said this a couple times, and look, I think at times we've gone into games being like, oh, if we don't, as long as we don't concede, we won't lose. And as such, we've got a bit defensive, and it's cost us because you look at the nine draws. Obviously, sometimes if you go for games more, that 4 losses there, that could be 6, for example. But that 18 win, could be 22. And then, well, yes, you have lost more games, but you've won far more because you've gone for it, and as such, you're in a better position. I feel like, again, this is what kind of makes, in my opinion, Invincible's not as good, because they especially near the end of the season, when it was getting close to, oh my god, we might be able to become Invincibles. Oh my god, they kind of slowed down a little bit. They kind of went, look, we want to be Invincibles. You can have a point if you want a point, as long as we don't lose. We're all cool with that, because they wanted the golden trophy. And look, I've said it about our amazing away record this season, where we haven't, where we're on like a massive unbeaten streak. It's great, but when you focus on something like that too much, you could become obsessed with trying to keep it, no matter how you do it. So you, instead of keeping it by playing how you've been playing, winning games, putting teams to the sword, you keep it by just leaning off a little bit, being like I say, you can take a point. You can take a point. As long as we keep our unbeaten run, that's fantastic. And it's kind of something to hide behind, when if you actually look deeper into that record, it's far too many draws. Like how many against the top 6 we draw all the time. You look, we didn't obviously that was a home game. We didn't go out and smash West Ham, did we? Own goal. Away game. We were awful. One shot on target, I believe, in this game. Yeah, and that's from Matic. There, 0-0. Nothing really happened in that game. West Brom. We were just bad, weren't we? Arsenal. We could go on. Anyway. The players are now walking out. Norwich being promoted already means the 20th place spot in the Premier League is decided. I mean, yeah, they are the biggest yo-yo club in world football, aren't they? They're always up and down, up and down. Right, so the teams, as the Manchester United team is of course there. So in goal it is Dean Henderson, the new number 1 for Manchester United. Seemingly as David De Gea has been replaced. It's in a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. Both Shaw and Maguire back in for today after they were suspended against Granada in the second leg of the Europa League. McTominay, just like Maguire and Shaw, is back after suspension. He's alongside Fred. And it's a front four of Rashford, Bruno, Pogba and Greenwood. For Burnley, it is Peacock, Farrell, Bailey Peacock, Farrell, of course. Nick Pope is out with an injury. Matthew Lowton, James Tarkowski, Ben Mee and Taylor make the back four. Goodmanson, Westwood, Cork, Brownhill and McNeil makes a midfield 5. And, of course, it's Chris Wood leading the line for Burnley. Of course, that's a physical presence for Burnley. And he will cause issues for Victor Lindelof if he finds himself 1v1 against him. In Malaysia, the word Pookie from Timo Pukki is a foul word. I mean, yeah, I heard about that because you can't have it. Well, I heard about it a few years ago because when Timo Pukki got his Player of the Month card on FIFA 8 and 20, was it? And you couldn't make a team name called Pookie. Right, so kickoff is any second now. Now, of course, if you are watching, if you are also watching the game, the best way to watch these streams is by syncing your game timer up with my game timer, which is just down there. That is, of course, like I said, the best way to watch these streams. I think we are doing a minute silence. By the looks of it, I assume this might be for the Prince Philip. Of course, he had his funeral was yesterday, so rest in peace to him. Right, we will just observe. We will observe it as always. Right, there we go. Right. So, kick off any second now. Burnley have kick off. Come on. Come on, United. Surely we should be able to beat the Burnley. So they take the knee. And away we go here in Burnley. Burnley will they look to go long straight away? No. Oh, now they've gone long. Chris Wood, Dean Henderson. We can see it's fucking a minute in. We're a minute in, and Chris would have scored. What the hell is Dean? Oh, it's not going to count. Shocking from Dean Henderson there. Oh, it's closer than I want. Dean, that is awful from Dean Henderson. That is awful from Dean Henderson. And look, this is the issue. People obsess about wanting a goalkeeper that will come out of his line. He's done that there, and that is awful. That was awful goalkeeping. All right. All right. To be honest, I don't think it was offside. Well, it was very close, wasn't it? From the angle we got to see. But I mean, that's what I mean. It's this obsession with goalkeepers having to rush out off their line. Look, Day doesn't get caught in that situation. Here comes Lindelof. Henderson catches this time. Day doesn't come out there. And then we don't have that issue whatsoever, regardless of if Wood's offside or not. And look, this time he got lucky and he was offside, but Henderson didn't know that. Henderson didn't know he was offside. So people will brush that off as he was offside. Doesn't matter. Henderson didn't know that. He came out and missed the ball. Maguire. Fred. Awful from Fred. And here comes Burnley. McNeil finds Chris Wood. Wood gives it to Mason Greenwood. Go on, Greenwood. Gives it in to Fred. Right. So, Rashford is actually down the middle. Shocking. So that's what we're actually... I cannot believe it. It's very poor goalkeeping. I agree, Jason. It's always bloody Burnley. Yeah. Rashford. Lovely ball out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka out on the right wing. Puts it across to Tommy! Well saved or blocked. Good football there from Manchester United. But look, I don't understand why Rashford's playing up top today. Rashford is playing as the number 9 today. Why? Greenwood is a number 9. Rashford is a left winger. Right, United Live. I know what you're doing there, but I am going to remove the messages. Just so it's not in the chat. Go on, Wan-Bissaka. I was going to say Greenwood. No, just Greenwood. McTominay. Greenwood puts the ball in. Well, it's out to Luke Shaw. Bruno offers himself. Luke Shaw gives it to Bruno. Bruno into McTominay. I cannot believe we've started Rashford up top. I think that's awful. Right. Sure. Puts the ball in. Tarkowski gets a head to it. Wan-Bissaka at the back post. Couldn't beat McNeil in the air. Is that for a corner? So, interestingly enough, the Premier League has released a statement about the potential of a European Super League. They've said the Premier League condemns any proposal that attacks the principle of open competition and sporting merit, which are at the heart of the domestic and European football pyramid. Fans of any club in England and across Europe can currently dream that their team may climb the top and play against the best. We believe that the concept of a European Super League will destroy this dream. The Premier League is proud to run a competitive and compelling football competition that has made it the most widely watched league in the world. Our success has enabled us to make an unrivaled financial contribution towards the domestic football pyramid. I keep saying period. Pyramid. A European Super League will undermine the appeal of the whole game and have a deeply damaging impact on the immediate and future prospect of the Premier League and the member clubs and all those in football who rely on our funding and solidarity to prosper. We will work with fans, the FA, the EFL, PFA and LMA, as well as other stakeholders at home and abroad to defend the integrity and future prospect of the English football game in the best and have its best interest at heart. So basically, what the Premier League has basically said is they do not agree with the prospect of a European Super League, and they will do all they can to stop it, which is what I want to hear and what I think is great to hear, because the idea of a European Super League is awful. Well, I mean, in my opinion, that is. I mean, United lie. I would say in England, especially just the UK and Ireland, I would say most swear words or like words like that are actually kind of used as like terms of endearment. Like everyone would just call like people nonces, wouldn't they? Everyone's just like, oh, you're a nonce. Like obviously, majority of the time they're not. Like someone can go, oh yeah, I like dunking digestives into a hot cup of tea, and you just get, oh, you're a nonce. You're a nonce then. Right. It's just swearing isn't really well. Obviously, it's a thing, but I wouldn't say it's really a bad thing in the UK majority of the time. Right. So Rashford goes up to McTominay. Bruno back to McTominay to Pogba. Look for Bruno. Bruno back to McTominay. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, great ball in. Pogba header. Just wide. I think goalkeeper might get a save onto it. He does. Wan-Bissaka's had a great start to this game, to be fair. What a start from Aaron Wan-Bissaka so far. Great ball in. What a ball in from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Pogba won the header. And it was just wide. A European Super League would mean less clubs get the chance for success, and it means it lowers the appeal of football. I completely agree. You look at what year was it? The year Porto won the Champions League. That just wouldn't happen in a European Super League. Like when Leicester won the Premier League, they got to go into the Champions League. That's a one in a lifetime opportunity, really. Well, at the time, that's what it seemed like for Leicester. Lovely ball from Henderson looking for Bruno, but goalkeeper collects it. That was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at the time for Leicester. Now it looks like they're going to be able to do it again and get into the Champions League and might be able to do it for a couple of seasons in a row. But with a European Super League, that could potentially go. Plus, look, I think the idea they want to keep the Premier League going. They just want to replace the Champions League. But I don't think that should happen still. Like, you prioritise the Premier League because it's a league and like you have to win pretty much every game. Whereas with a cup, with the Champions League, you don't need to prioritise it as much because you only need to, theoretically, you need to win one of the two legs. And if you win it convincingly, like we did against Real Sociedad, for example, in that second leg you can lose it as long as you don't lose in that Sociedad game's case 5-0. You're fine. But with a league, you have to pretty much win every single game. And I don't think the idea of having a European Super League and having the Premier League running at once works. Because I think that's too many games that you have no choice but to win. Plus, obviously, within the Premier League, there's games where you can rest. If we're playing the best teams in Europe every week, as well as the Premier League, where does these players get rest? So, like Jason said, then the appeal of football lowers because all the best teams will have the best players, and some of the best players won't play football because they'll be on the benches of Manchester United, on the benches of Manchester City's, Liverpool's, because they need pretty much to have two teams. What's up? That's why if we get a solid centre-back partnership from Maguire, we'll win the league. I think we potentially have poor from Rashford. Rashford's not having a good game. Wan-Bissaka here again. Lovely ball from Fred. That was from Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka cuts inside. Wan-Bissaka having a great game so far. He finds Fred. Goes out to Greenwood. Greenwood shot blocked. Great start from us so far in these opening 12 minutes. But they've passed their way through us here. Here comes Cork. He goes out to Chris Wood. 1v1 with Victor Lindelof. Chris Wood! Good save by Henderson. Yeah, I would say we've got centre-back partners for Maguire at the club. That would work better than Lindelof. We've got Twanzebe. We've got Bailly. He just likes Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Rashford. Can he find the right pass? Finds Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes strike! Just wide. Oh, it's a good... Look. Look, this is fantastic for Manchester United. So close there from Bruno Fernandes. Just wide. Yeah, look, if I walked in to Manchester United and I was in charge of the centre-back situation, but let's say we signed Lindelof and Maguire in the same window for the same amount of money, I would be getting rid of Maguire. I think it's harder to build a team around Maguire, well, a defence around Maguire, than it is to build a defence around Lindelof. With Maguire, you need a specialist, somewhat of a specialist centre-back. You need a very quick centre-back to go alongside Maguire to make him work. When you're playing on the halfway line. When you're playing alongside, when you're buying a centre-back to go alongside Lindelof, you don't. You just need a good centre-back that isn't really slow. Which, I mean, with Maguire, let's say with Lindelof, there's like 100 different centre-backs. But with Maguire, there's 4. Obviously, obviously there's a slight exaggeration on either side, but the overall idea remains that the player you can get to partner Maguire, there's a lot less of them than there is for Lindelof, meaning you have to pay more for them because clubs know you need this. It's the same way as when we had to overpay for Maguire. We wanted Maguire. We weren't interested in anyone else but Harry Maguire. So Leicester was like, all right, if Maguire's the only one you want, you pay us 80 million. He was never an £80 million centre back, but we paid £80 million because Leicester could afford to boost the price because that's the only one we wanted. And it works as pretty much the same with a centre back partner for him. If United want to win the league, they need more depth on the wings as well as centre back. Well, yeah, we do need another centre back. We need a lot. Like I think this squad is better than what people make out it is. I think we've got a lot of good players. I think some of our better players, our better players gets trashed on by the media. I think some of our worst players, and I'm not saying they're bad, but I think some of our less good players, I'll say, get massively overrated, which doesn't help us. Should have brought Mustafi. He's world class, I swear. A European Super League is ridiculous because teams in a competitive domestic league would not have the financial stability for two teams. Whereas Farmers League teams do. Well, I mean, yeah, I somewhat agree. I have to agree somewhat. You look at PSG, for example. With PSG, look, they're playing in the French league. I imagine. Well, look, they'll have a good squad depth as it is. PSG. They'll also have. Well, they also have a crap league to play in, really, don't they? So they can afford to rotate in their league games, and then be fully fit for the Super League. While, obviously, for example, Man United. We're in the Premier League. The league is a much stronger league. Like, we have a lot better and more top teams. Shaw puts the ball into the box. Ben Mee heads clear. And Lighton will just knock it down the line. So we have to play full strength more often. So we will need pretty much two first teams. Bruno, Pogba. Greenwood flashes it across. Peacock Farrell easily holds. Right. So we'll actually start talking about the actual game right now. But I mean, United been the better of the two teams. I think Wan-Bissaka is having a really good game. He does well there again to see out for a goal kick. Apparently, the reason Cavani's not playing today is because he turned Ollie that he weren't ready. And look, I think that goes back to what we've said in the previews and what I've said in the watch along sometimes. Why is Rashford not even competed for that header? Look, Cavani can't play 3 games a week. He simply can't. So I don't understand why he played against Granada. There was no need for it. Is Nick Pope injured? Yeah, he is injured. That's why Peacock Farrell's playing. But yeah, I don't understand why Cavani got played against Granada. We were 2-0 up. Were Granada ever really going to beat us 2-0 or 3-0 at Old Trafford? Not really, were they? And look, we had Greenwood could have started up top. And look, are we suggesting that he wouldn't have scored the Cavani goal? I reckon he probably could have. Wan-Bissaka loses out to McNeil here. Here comes Brownhill. Wan-Bissaka, fantastic recovery challenge. Wan-Bissaka's looking back to his best. McTominay goes out to Luke Shaw. Shaw goes down looking for Marcus Rashford on the run. He finds him. Surely he's offside. Maybe not. Here comes Rashford. No, he is offside. Hopefully he's just faking injury so he has some free time to sign a contract with Spurs. Jason, what's happening with Harry Kane? Is he out? And if so, for how long? To be fair, Chris Wood was offside. Or just take Cavani off after 7. Yeah, I would have been completely fine with that as well. If he wanted him on to get a goal and just completely kill the game off, yeah, play him. Fine. That's fine. But yeah, playing him for so long, he's never going to be able to do it at his age. All right, Lindelof. Maguire goes back to Lindelof. We'd be lucky to get Kane back for the cup final. He's probably out for another week. The thing is, what I will always say about Harry Kane, he will rush himself back from injuries, which I don't think is a good thing. Look, of course he'll score goals, but I can see his career being cut shorter than it should be because of it. So, I mean, is this going to be a corner or a goal kick to United? No, Cavani wants to go back to... he wants to go to Argentina, doesn't he? He wants to go to Boca Juniors. Look, I mean, I've said for a while, I think Cavani should be our super sub. I would quite like Cavani. Look, and I wasn't a big fan of the deal when it happened, but I'd want Cavani to stay another year. Ball comes in from a corner, headed clear. Because I think what he can bring to Martial and what he can bring on, especially to Greenwood, is really, really special. Because let's not forget, Cavani has done it at the top level for years. Right, so goal kick to Manchester United here. Alright, are we going to go long or we're just going to drop it to Henderson, aren't we? Not Henderson, Maguire. No, we'll go to Lindelof instead. Wan-Bissaka. Lovely from Wan-Bissaka. Finds Bruno. Bruno fouled. And free kick to United. The press have thrown him out. I don't know. I mean, I think he's fed up. I said that in my Ole Gunnar Solskjaer video about why I believe he should leave at the end of the season. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fed up. Well, no, I think Cavani's fed up with the sheer lack of chances he gets. Recently, he's been getting chances when we've played Pogba on the left wing because Pogba will create chances. But when Pogba's in his best position in centre midfield, he doesn't get a thing. Wan-Bissaka, stupid challenge there. And he goes into the book for a yellow card. I don't know what actually happened there. He does. I think he slips into it. That's not a yellow card. Not a yellow card, that for me. Fun fact about Cavani, when he scored against Spurs last week, he became only the third player to score against Mourinho's team at 2 different clubs. He's a class player. Yeah, he's fantastic, isn't he? You don't play at the very top level like Cavani has if you're not without being a good player. It's his injuries that are the biggest issue. Ball comes into the box. Wan-Bissaka and McTominay deal with it, and Bruno will pick it up. McTominay. Fred. Pogba. Bruno. Goes long. Poor from Bruno Fernandes. Alright. Lowson goes long looking for Goodmanson. Maguire should be able to deal with that. Alright, don't kick it out, Maguire. Alright, Maguire wins a free kick. Liverpool's under 23s lost 5-0 to Bangladesh, did they? I actually don't imagine that's real. Is there any reason why they're just showing the shirt numbers? Like, what was the big deal about Matthew Lowton there? That we had to stare at their shirt number. Right, why the fuck have we just played a cross goal with Dean Henderson not in goal? Alright, McTominay. Wan-Bissaka. Maguire to Shaw. Pogba. Maguire. Fred. Into Lindelof. McTominay. Lets it run. Give it into Wan-Bissaka. There we go. Now go inside Wan-Bissaka. Poor. I don't think Bruno's having a good start to this game at all. It was a training match. I still don't believe Liverpool's under 23s would lose. I mean, look, I can't see anywhere where you've got that from. So I think you're chatting, mate. Right, Shaw to take this corner for Manchester United. Shaw puts the ball in. Pogba wins the header over the bar. Unlucky pull. Unlucky pull. Right. So, obviously, we saw the Premier League have made an announcement regarding the Super League, European Super League, or the alleged possibility of one. Chris Wood with a chance, headed wide. Now UEFA have also made come out one. UEFA has said the English Football Association or the FA, the Premier League, the Royal Spanish Football Federation, La Liga, and the Italian Football Federation or the Serie A have heard a few English, Spanish, and Italian clubs may be planning to announce their creation of a closed so-called Super League. If this was to happen, we wish to reiterate that we, UEFA, the English FA, and all the other league, and the Serie A, La Liga, and the Italian and Spanish football associations or federations or whatever, but also FIFA and all of our member associations will remain united in our efforts to stop this cynical project, a project that is founded on the self-interest of a few clubs in a time when we need more solidarity. We will consider all measures available to us at all levels, both judicial and sporting, in order to prevent this happening. Football is based on an open competition and sporting merit. It cannot be any other way. As previously announced by FIFA and the 6 federations, the clubs concerned will be banned from playing in any other competition at domestic, European or world level, and their players could be denied the opportunity to represent their nations. We thank those clubs in other countries, especially the French and German clubs, who refuse to sign up to this. We call on all lovers of football, supporters and politicians to to join us in the fight against such a project if it were to be announced. The persistent self-interest of a few has been going on for too long. Enough is enough. So once again, just like the Premier League, UEFA have come out and banished the idea of a Super League, and look, if it does happen, if these clubs do come in and and obviously this European Super League is created, then I hope those players who play for those clubs, they can't take part in other competitions. Like, they can't take part in international football, because it's not right. It's not right to break up the Premier League, because like I said, it is just self-interest. It's not right. And look, it would affect Manchester United. We are one of them 6 clubs. But I think I don't want to I don't want it at all. Right, throwing for Wan-Bissaka. Fred, Wan-Bissaka. Lovely ball out from Wan-Bissaka to Luke Shaw. Rafford made a good run, but Luke Shaw goes into Pogba. Looks for Greenwood. Ben Mee with a good challenge. Well, good interception. Lindelof wins the header. Fred. Bruno. Poor from Bruno. Free kick to Burnley. Ref! Come, ref! Wan-Bissaka's having a great game. He is. Rashford's just gone down in the box. Surely that's a penalty. What? How is that not a penalty? But here comes Burnley. Burnley look for Chris Wood. Wan-Bissaka there again. What a game Aaron Wan-Bissaka is having. The only thing is, has this form come too late for Wan-Bissaka to get onto the plane to the Euros? Ball to Rashford. That'll run out of play. So, I mean, surely we'll get a chance to see this penalty incident again. Lindelof with another incredible long ball. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. What's happened there is Rashford has jumped out of the way, has jumped to try and get out of the way of Peacock Farrell. But as Rashford has jumped, Peacock Farrell has pulled himself in. So Rashford's gone over nothing in an attempt to try and avoid contact. And because obviously Peacock Farrell's also come in, like brought his body in, he just misses him. I would take Wan-Bissaka to the Euros. Don't know about you. I would. I mean, I have got a video that I'm meant to be releasing. Well, I need to record it, to be fair. I've sorted I've done my squad. The squad I would take. Here comes Burnley. Goodmanson can't cross. Well, can't find a man. Euros is now taking place in... No, it's not. That's the World Cup. Greenwood. Crap from Greenwood. Chris Wood, 1v1. Fred wins the tackle and gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka goes down the line. Finds Rashford. Pogba picks it up. Rashford. Lovely play from Marcus Rashford and Paul Pogba here. Pogba looks for Rashford. Great ball from Marcus Rashford. Go on, Rashford. Poor cross. Poor cross. And Bruno will just about keep it in play. Here is Bruno Fernandes. Crossfield looking for Rashford. Rashford pulls it across. Greenwood just what? Oh, Greenwood just misses it. Oh, brilliant from Bruno. Found Rashford. Rashford, lovely ball in. Oh, I think he would have been just offside, I think, anyway. Rashford. But Greenwood just misses the ball. No, they're not. The Euros are this year. Is this... How did he miss? Oh, he just misses the ball. He just misses the ball, doesn't he? How did he miss? How did he miss? Right, long ball from Peacock Farrell. McTominay wins the header. Rashford, tackled. It is coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. What? United Live, they can't be. The Euros can't be in 2022 because the World Cup is. The World Cup's in December 2022. The Qatar World Cup is. Fred. Pogba. Pogba to Shaw. Go on, Shaw. Only Euros. Only Euros. What's happening in the women's? No, I think the women's Euros is this year as well. Because the women's Euros would normally be this year. Because obviously they all their tournaments are a year behind the men's. So I think that the women's Euros it will be this year. Oh no, the women's Euros are in 2022. UEFA said that Euros. It's not. They can't move it. They can't move it again. Chris Wood just misses. No, it's this year. It's June 11th to July 11th. Euro in 2021. There you go. Pogba, McTominay, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood, McTominay, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, McTominay. McTominay puts the ball in. Lovely ball in from McTominay. Greenwood just misses it and he runs out for a throw-in to Burnley. Well, Fogden's an idiot. All right, Cavani's warming up. He made that video as part of an April Fool's joke. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say when he first said about it, I saw there was the April Fool's well, there was a piece of paper that was supposedly leaked on April Fool's, but apart from that, obviously nothing's happened. It couldn't happen next year because the World Cup is on. Oh, here comes Burnley. Lindelof just about deals with it. McTominay's down, injured. He's holding his head. I hope he's alright. Right, so this is what... yeah, you are correct. That's it, coming home. But to Scotland, our Celtic brothers. No. Scotland aren't winning it. Okay, which mug disliked the stream? I don't know. I don't mind. It's alright. It's whatever, innit? But about further information, well, further comments about the nation. What the fuck is Henderson doing? Poor from Henderson. Rubbish there from Dean Henderson. Rubbish. Lindelof deals with it. Look, again, about that, again from Henderson. What's he doing? Lindelof has that situation under control. Just let Lindelof deal with it and give it back to Henderson. But no, Henderson has to come out, clears it up there, and we lose the ball. That's really poor from Henderson. But because he came out and he got the ball and he cleared it, it's seen as a good thing. That's rubbish from Dean Henderson. And if we concede here, it will be because of him giving the ball away because he had to come out. And here comes... Oh, Chris Wood! Oh, Dean Henderson goes down. He's hurt. Chris Wood and Henderson collided. It's just like two-footed Wood, hasn't it? Henderson there, Wood. By the way, June 22nd, let's check. You back at home at this point, Mr. Streamer? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Where I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be in Lincoln, to be honest. I should also say, during the Euros, I probably won't be streaming them. So that's half time. Yeah, the England games I probably won't be streaming. I'm just thinking, it's gonna be around. It's gonna be really hot. We're gonna be allowed out. I don't think I'm gonna be sat in here, doing watch-alongs rather than sat in like a beer garden watching the game. To be honest, but who knows? I think I'll be going to England versus Scotland at the Euros. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. I mean, what we could do like a group watch along, couldn't we? That sounds like a really good idea. I'm a genius. That sounds like an incredible idea. I might have to keep that in mind. Do group watch-alongs for the World Cup. Anyway, so Gary Neville has given his thoughts on a European Super League. He has said, "Are Arsenal in the league? They've just drawn to Fulham. United aren't beating Burnley. I can't concentrate on the game. The 6 English clubs should have points docked from them this season. It's an absolute joke." And look, I think that's right. The whole point of the Premier League and leagues in general is that it gives everyone a fair opportunity to beat each other. Because the Premier League, everyone in the Premier League has the same amount of money. Well, have the same opportunity to get some money. Like, Leicester can go win the league this year. Well, won the league 4 years ago. So they got the most money. This year, Man City will win it, so they'll win the most money. So you get rewarded for doing well. In the Super League, you could have a team finish third. Well, yeah. You have 2 teams competing against each other that will have completely different levels of finances. Because the Premier League, they make millions. Ligue 1 don't. It's not fair. It's not fair. And in a cup competitions, it works because it's one-off games. It's we only have to we have one good game and then we do well defensively. We qualify. Bada bing, bada boom. With a league, that never happens. It does remove that sense of, oh my god. Like, in a league, you think back to some of the years when Malaga did they got to a semi-final of a Champions League? That doesn't happen. That's not going to happen with a Super League. Ajax get into the semi-final. Is that going to happen again? You can see I don't agree with it at all. Celtic is Ireland, as in the whole of Ireland, Scotland, and some parts of Wales. Fair enough. Get Cavani on. We need a proper striker up top. Well, I mean, I just don't think Rashford's a very good number 9. I mean, that's part of our issue. We've got Rashford up top. He's not a striker, is he? Think I'll be going. I think I'll be going to around that. I'll be sat here in my Ireland kit cheering on whoever England are playing, crying. Right. Right. So, I'm quickly going to go refill my drink. And I'll be right back and we'll have a little chat about that first half. Because I have a few comments to say. Obviously, you guys get down below in the chat and let me know your opinions. And we can have a discussion about it when I get back. Right, I'm back. Let me stick my phone on charge. I hate Rodak. Why do you hate Rodak? What's wrong? Who's Rodak? Oh no, is he like the Slovenian goalkeeper or something like that? Slovakian goalkeeper. Right. So let's talk. Let's talk first half, and let's talk Dean Henderson. Look, of course, in the past, and I've made it pretty clear my opinions on the Dean Henderson versus David De Gea debate. I think David De Gea is a better goalkeeper. I think playing in the cups for Manchester United and playing in the league are different. The level of competition is different, and just look. I think this. it takes different personalities. Like, I think Jordan Pickford is an incredible cup goalkeeper. I think he's a pretty bad league goalkeeper. Because I think you need to be able to. Well, and I think they're just different. I just do. I don't know why. I just think that they are different. I think Dean Henderson has been kind of rushed into the first team sort of thing. He's been pushed in, and he had a really, really good game against Spurs, and that was because he was sweeping. And he seemingly has kind of got that into his head. So he's thinking, oh, I was good because I was sweeping all the time. Which is somewhat true, but it's true because he picked the right moments to come out. And that's the important thing. You have to know when to come out and sweep and when not to. That's the difference between a top class goalkeeper and an average goalkeeper. Against Spurs, Henderson picked the right moments majority of the time. I'm sure if we went and look back, maybe he picked the wrong time here or there, but majority of the time he picked the right decision when to come out. Today, the first goal, well, in the opening few minutes, Henderson comes steaming out, misses the ball, and Chris Wood heads into an open net. Another day, that's a goal. Because Henderson does not know that's offside. Realistically, him being offside isn't the reason he won that header. He's about a toenail offside, really. Half a foot. It's not as if he's won that header because he's offside. It just so happened he was offside. Then, second time, I think it's Wan-Bissaka or Lindelof. I think it was Lindelof. Lindelof has it. He has his man, I think Chris Wood chasing him behind him, but he's fine. Lindelof can get the ball, give it back to Henderson, and we can play. But Henderson comes storming out, and launches it clear. We give away the ball. And then they win a free kick, and from that resulting free kick, they nearly score. That would be on Henderson, because he came out for no reason to clear the ball. It's not right. And this is the difference. People were so caught up on us guessing a goalkeeper that sweeps and is a modern goalkeeper. Yet, look, clearly, right now, Henderson's decision making isn't amazing. I don't think he did great there. I don't think he's a better goalkeeper than De Gea. Dean Henderson has potential to be a regular starter in the top 6. He just doesn't have it right now. Yeah, I think he should be our cup goalkeeper. I think realistically he should have went back on loan this season. I think. Look, he's a good goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. He is a good goalkeeper. He's not first choice. Look at Stefan for Manchester City yesterday in the FA Cup. Exactly the same. Because, and look, you don't see Man City fans going, "Oh, Stefan should be number 1 after a few good games in the cup," do you? That is why. But we have for Dean Henderson. I feel like with Dean Henderson, he's not at Manchester United starting level as much as I would love him to be quite yet. I think a loan this season would have been perfect for him. I think it would have been absolutely perfect for him. But obviously, look, it's one of them things where because we've played both of them now, one of them has to go. One of them has to leave in the summer. And from it, realistically, it has to be De Gea now. Because Dean Henderson has been made our number 1. And who's going to come in for him? Who's going to come in for Henderson? And why have we dropped De Gea if we're then just going to play Oh, why we dropped De Gea for Dean Henderson if we're going to then sell Dean Henderson? It doesn't make sense. Fellaini is on. I don't think he is on. So, looks like Cavani might be coming on for Manchester United, which is a good move for us, I would say. Right. So by the looks of it, Fred is off and Cavani's on. Why is... Oh. Right. So, by the looks of it, Pogba will go into the midfield too. Yeah, I'll do that in when kickoff's done. United Live. Right, there we go. Yeah, because instead of a trip to the Euros, we get a trip to Andorra and Hungary in the friendlies. Fair enough. Arguably better. So we're now going to see a midfield of Pogba and McTominay. Bear in mind, we've seen pretty much every time we've seen this midfield, it's never worked. Poor from Greenwood. Burnley now. Goodmanson. I don't know why McTominay came off. Didn't come off. Well, I do know. Shaw's wearing short sleeves for once. Dean Henderson's put a hat on. Oh, it doesn't fit him well at all. Oh, no. Dean Henderson's... It doesn't even fit him well, does it? Alright. So... If I go to... Not that. That's what I wanted. So what it is now, it's Cavani up top. Cavani is up top. Greenwood is on the right. Rashford is out on the left. And Fred is off for Pogba. So we'll quickly swap them. There we go. Right, Wan-Bissaka. Lovely dummy. Bruno puts the ball in. Headed away from Cavani and Peacock Farrell just easy claims. They've subbed off McTominay. The two in midfield now are Pogba and McTominay. The wingers are Greenwood and Rashford. Bruno has Cam and Cavani is up top. Yes, yes, that is right. He looks like someone who's got... Oh. Go on, Rashford. Skips past the Burnley player. Go on, Marcus Rashford. Rashford. Bruno. Lovely dummy. Greenwood! Come on! Greenwood. Brilliant for Manchester United. Brilliant for Manchester United. Greenwood with the goal. That dummy from Bruno is fantastic. Good tackle by Maguire. Shaw picked it up. Good running. Lovely ball into Rashford, who sends Matthew Lowton back to Aston Villa. Found Bruno. What a dummy that is from Bruno Fernandes. And Mason Greenwood scores on that trusty left foot of his. Brilliant. Great finish by Mason Greenwood. Come on! Mason Greenwood with the goal. Right, so that should settle some nerves a little bit here. That should hopefully settle some nerves. Come on. And the reason why it doesn't have any good players coming through the ranks, well, not well. To be fair to Declan Rice and Jack Grealish, both of them were born in England. Ball comes into the box. Oh, Burnley equalise! Burnley equalised. Harry Maguire looks to the heaven. It's fucking bloody Burnley! Awful defending by Manchester United. Dean Henderson, what's he doing? Ball comes in. Awful. Awful. Harry Maguire loses his man. Tarkowski easily heads it. Maguire couldn't beat his man. And just after I said that should take away some doubt, Burnley equalised straight away. Tarkowski. And look, the one time Dean Henderson should come out, should come and claim it, he doesn't. Throw your hat at it if you want. Throw your cap at it. It's bloody Burnley. Chance, right at Henderson. Defense melted like ice cream in a metal bowl on a hot summer's day. I mean, doesn't that one doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but I appreciate it anyway. Cavani, lovely ball out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka finds a great ball to Greenwood. Can he put it back? Not really. Well defended by Burnley. It's out for a throw-in. It's all gone to shit. It's all gone to shit. McTominay. But what I would say, this second half, we've been bad. We've lost control of this midfield, really. And what a surprise. It's McTominay and Fred. Not McTominay and Fred. McTominay and Pogba in a midfield double pivot, which we've seen time and time again, don't work. Yet we keep doing it because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a stubborn twat who always must play Scott McTominay because he's tall, because he's from the academy, because he shows passion. Go fuck yourself, McTominay. We are rubbish. Maguire. Fucking hell, Maguire. Even that pass there to McTominay, it's an easy pass, but just rub it. Poor from Wan-Bissaka there, although he didn't really have many options. Bruno, Pogba. I don't understand why we persist with this zonal marking crap. Is it on BT Notes on Sky? Why is Dean Henderson coming out? What is he doing? Fucking hell, Dean! Dean Henderson is having a shocker. He's been awful. McTominay. It's a fucking cap. He's been awful today. He's been awful. Why is he coming for it? Just stay in your goal. Fucking Lindelof's got it. Fucking hell. I'm actually so nervous every time Burnley are attacking right now because Henderson is flapping. He's getting nowhere near him. Tarkowski goes down the line. Shaw wins it. Long ball. Maguire wins the header. Finds Pogba. Pogba takes it down well. Go on, Pogba. Foul by Jack Cork. Free kick, Pogba. Well, free kick United, Pogba. I'm at like this. Dean Henderson shouldn't be coming out so often. And I go back to what I was saying in the first half. It's not good enough. It's like he's trying to prove something. Like being able to sweep isn't like something to be proud of. It's knowing when to that makes it a skill. Like anyone can just run out of their goal. It's knowing when is right to, and clearly at the moment Henderson just doesn't know. Cavani, Rashford. Go on, Marcus. Fucking hell, Rashford. I've said this a lot, and I was gonna say it in the first half, but foolishly I didn't. Notice when Rashford was up top, how we used both flanks. How much of the ball did Wan-Bissaka get? Load. He got loads of it, and we looked at a fantastic side. Now Rashford's on the left in this second half. How much have we seen Wan-Bissaka on the ball? We don't. We're not seeing it again. The right hand side again is being left. And this is why, look, why is that ball should be going to Greenwood there, not to Rashford. But we have to use the left hand side. Marcus Rashford's there. I just don't understand it. Lovely ball up to Wan-Bissaka here. Greenwood. McTominay. Bruno. Greenwood. Takes on his man, does well. Zips it across. Tarkowski easily deals with it. Wan-Bissaka. Up against McNeil. Wins a throw-in. Bruno. Pogba. Finds Cavani. Poor ball in. Ball smash clear. Chris Wood takes it down. What the fuck is going on here? Chris Wood strike. Maguire blocks it. But we're just backing off. We're just running away from Chris Wood. It's fucking Chris Wood. It's Chris Wood. It's not fucking like Pele. It's not Messi. It's bloody Chris Wood. Here is Greenwood. Go on, Mason. Bit of urgency there from Mason. Rashford. Better fucking stop it, Rashford. Stop. He's so bad. Why? Just get the shot away. Just shoot Rashford. No, he has to beat another man. Oh, I'm Marcus Rashford. I have to beat 3 players. Stop it. That goal he scored against Brighton is the worst thing that has ever happened to Marcus Rashford. Because now he thinks he can do it all the time. And it's moments like that where games are won and lost. If he shoots there, I think he probably scores. And look, just straight after, as we just saw, look, Rashford, nice ball roll and got the shot away. That's fine. That's great. Because he had to beat a man to get the shot away to do it. But it's too often. He beat his man the first time. It fell lovely to his left foot. Just hit it. But no, he has to try and beat another man and another man. And he ties himself up in knots. And then it's easy to tackle. United defence thinks they have the social distance from the Burnley attack. Couldn't have said it better myself, to be fair. Could not have said it better myself. Just so we are aware, 2 minutes between our goals, both goals. Goodmanson. Lindelof wins the header, but McNeil takes it. Shaw wins a tackle, but he gets one to the face, but he's alright. McNeil out to Charlie Taylor. Long ball. Oh, look, where is Henderson there? At least he didn't come out that time. Wan-Bissaka. Maguire. Rashford. Poor from Rashford looking for Bruno. And here comes Burnley. Long ball. Where is he? Oh, he hasn't come out this time. Which is good, actually. Good play here. Wan-Bissaka put the tackle in. McNeil strike. Blocked by his own man, McNeil. I think it's Brownhill, was it? Blocks McNeil's shot. I think that was destined for the back of the net. I mean, yeah, it was miles off. I think it might have been right at Henderson anyway. Oh no, I think it might be fashion wide, just about. Right, long ball, looking for Rashford. Rashford takes it down well. Oh, lovely from Rashford there. Puts it across. Rashford look, brilliant there from Rashford again. I think he is. I think he. Oh, is it Maguire this time with the long ball? But Rashford's having a good game. At times, he just overplays it. And that's the annoyance with Rashford. But he did really well there. Sold Tarkowski. And look, see, he can use his left foot. It was a decent ball in. It just defended well. Shaw puts the ball into the box. Maguire! Poor header. Wide. I mean, yeah, he should be hitting the target there for me. He's unmarked there, Maguire. He has to be hitting the target. Rashford sells dummies better than a voodoo shop. I mean, yeah, look, Rashford is a skillful player, but this again, similar to what I said about sweeping, being a sweeper keeper, and this is what football is. Chart well blocked by Maguire. It's not about being able to do something. It's knowing when to do something. It's all well and good being able to be able to beat 5 players, but you don't need to. There's very rarely a situation where you have to beat 5 players. There's always something you could do. Like Rashford, when I first said it, could have shot, but didn't because he felt he wanted to beat another player. There is no need for it, and that's again the difference between good players and world-class players. Wan-Bissaka does well there defensively. So, you think this will finish 2-1 now? Of course, what I'll quickly do, I'll get up the predictions from the start of the game. So both mine, Nico's, and United Live's predictions are all out the window, as is NG's. United Live's dad's could still come through, as could Jason's. Good, well caught there by Henderson, and here comes Manchester United. Here is Paul Pogba, goes out to Mason Greenwood. McTominay, Wan-Bissaka. United Live very optimistic. I mean, do I sense another goal? Yeah, I feel like we'll get a goal. I feel like we will win this game, to be fair. I do. When does Leicester start? 6:30. Fair enough. Long ball. Chris Wood wins it, as we'd come to expect. But I think it's offside. Quick here from Manchester United on the counter-attack. Here is Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood made a good run. Just a bit late there from Bruno for Greenwood. But Greenwood does well. Finds Bruno. McTominay. Oh, it's too late. Greenwood. Got to get the ball in the box. Go on, Cavani. Poor from Cavani there, really. Wan-Bissaka. Out to Bruno. Lovely from Bruno Fernandes out to Maguire. Maguire finds Rashford. Poor first touch. I don't sense a goal at all. Leicester versus Southampton watch along. No, I can't watch the FA Cup. I was if the Chelsea Man City game wasn't the FA Cup, I would have done a watch along for it. I can't bear to do a watch along for the FA Cup anymore. After we got embarrassed by it in it, I can't do a watch along for it. I can't. I just can't do it to myself. I just can't. Right, long ball again. Wan-Bissaka wins it. McTominay, can he pick it up? He does. Finds Greenwood. Good play there from McTominay. Greenwood. Out to Luke Shaw. He goes into Rashford. Rashford, lovely ball into Luke Shaw. Shaw puts it in. Greenwood header. Good save by Peacock Farrell. And Burnley, well, they're looking to pass it out. Matthew Lowton now gets it clear. Could you do a watch on for the Carabao Cup final? I mean, it depends when it is. I actually don't really know when it is. Uh, 25th of April. The Sunday. Four. I mean, I need to check when Man United play. I won't. I don't think I'll be able. I might be able to, just about, but it'll be very, very touch and go sort of thing. Because Man United play same day at 2 o'clock, and Carabao Cup's at 4:30. So it's, what, 2.5 hours between them. So it will be on pretty much more or less just after United. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Pogba, you idiot. So what's happened here? Fucking hell. Pogba could be in trouble here. If this goes to VAR. He obviously hasn't meant to hurt him. Alright, long ball from Burnley. McTominay. Just fucking hold him, Chris Wood. Compete, you donkey. Can we get McTominay off? What changes would everyone make? We're 17 minutes in. I wouldn't expect changes to really come. That's not what I wanted. This is the screen I wanted. I would take McTominay off. Get Matic on in there. Get someone who will sit and let Pogba and Bruno get forward. So it is kind of more of that sort of thing, like we saw after lockdown. And then, who would you take off out of Rashford or Greenwood? Well, no, actually leave it for like that from the moment, and then if you have to, no problem, mate. Van de Beek for me. The only problem is you can't play Pogba, Van de Beek, and Bruno. So for me, Matic has to come on to sit. Has to come on to sit. Liverpool versus Leeds watch along. When is Liverpool versus Leeds? Oh, I could do. I might. I could actually do that. That actually does look like a decent game. United live. Leeds versus Liverpool. Monday night as well. Monday night kickoff. I'll definitely have a look at it. Look at doing it. But yeah, I would. Then I don't know how bad Rashford's injury is. If it's quite bad, then I'll take Rashford off, I reckon. and then I'll bring Donny van de Beek on for him. But let me quickly change this back to McTominay. Maybe Dan James can't come on. It's not the type of game for him. Dan James needs space to run into. He's not going to get that today. But, I mean, thank you all for tuning in for today's watch along. It is greatly appreciated. And means a lot, yeah. If you are enjoying, please do subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And we will have more watch alongs to come. Like I said, we might be doing the Leeds versus Liverpool game tomorrow. I'll look at doing the Carabao Cup. That's next week. Anyway, so they're showing the corner here again. Ball came in. I don't know what's going on there. Wan-Bissaka and Maguire, not great. Maguire's just bullied, isn't he? Same with Wan-Bissaka, really. But I mean, this is the problem with zonal marking. Tarkowski has to run on Maguire. Maguire's never going to win it against Tarkowski, who's similar height, similar build, but Tarkowski has momentum. Maguire was never gonna win it. Like, he never does. Right, Pogba. Switches the flanks to Luke Shaw. Rashford. Pogba. Rashford. Lovely ball from Rashford into Shaw. Oh, he could have won a penalty there, but doesn't. And Burnley just about deal with it. Out for a corner. Right. Corner for Manchester United. Luke Shaw is taking it. And it comes. Just beats everyone. Bruno at the back, stick at the edge of the box, strikes. But cleared by Burnley. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who I think we missed today. I think we missed Martial. I think really do. I can't do my prediction. I mean, you can put it down in the chat, mate. But if you get it right, you won't get a pin. You won't get your pin comment. But you might as well let us know, just so we know. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Bruno. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka puts a cross in. Decent cross. Ben Mee heads clear. But Wan-Bissaka looks at the ball back into the box, this time with his head, but picked up by Taylor, who clears. Bruno just gives it to Burnley. I don't think Bruno's had a good game either today, to be honest. You're going 2-1 United. Fair enough. I'll write it down for you. Can't count the amount of times Burnley have battered the ball up the pitch, lol. Classic Burnley. But I mean, I said this at the start of the stream. It was always going to happen because we played Victor Lindelof. Victor Lindelof has a big flaw. I mean, fucking hell, Harry Maguire is fucking rubbish, isn't he? Maguire. I've said this. I swear, I've said this a what as well, countless times, and people have laughed when I've said this. Harry Maguire isn't good in the air. He wins headers, but he isn't good in the air. He wins headers because he has a big fucking forehead. Tarkowski is good in the air. He fucking wins them. He's better in battling. He's beaten Maguire every time to that ball. We paid £80 million for Maguire, and he's beaten in the air every single time by Tarkowski. Every single time. Maguire, like I said, he wins headers. No direction either. Tarkowski scored a header today. Maguire had one in a similar technique of what he had to do. Fucked it. Can't we take McTominay off as well? He's been rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. What a surprise as well. What a surprise. Scott McTominay's rubbish. Newsflash to everyone. He is still rubbish and has been for years. Free kick, Burnley. Ball comes into the back post. Wan-Bissaka head away. Looks like it will roll out for a corner, and it does. Right. So, corner here for Burnley. So, we're going for zonal marking again. It's an interesting approach, considering it didn't work. Ball comes in. Henderson this time comes out and claims. Henderson did well there. And Henderson now goes long. Foul by Greenwood. Fuck off, you fat chubby wanker. We've been rubbish today, haven't we? We've been rubbish. But again, like I was saying earlier, I think we missed Martial today. I think Martial will come deep, and again, somewhat fill a void Bruno Fernandes is leaving by having to come so deep. Why is Dean Henderson running out for it again? Go on, Greenwood. He will never sell Maguire because it's his signing. It's his £80 million centre-back. Maguire will never be sold by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, like, Martial, I think he would have had a good game today. Because, realistically, we have had a lot of the ball. And he would have got on it and helped out and created something. Created space. But we don't have that. We don't have that without Martial. What the fuck's happened there with Pogba? Here comes Burnley. Goodmanson. 1v1 with Maguire. Goodmanson still. Pogba wins it. And Bruno here with the ball. Looks to take it away. No, he goes back to Pogba. Goes into Shaw. Look how slow it is. There's no pressure on Shaw there at all. To try and quicken it up. So why there's no pressure on Shaw? Because they're all fucking getting back. They want this 2-2 draw. Still no edit. No, Cavani's on the pitch, mate. Cavani's on the pitch. Cavani's up top. Just sums this game up. Cavani came on at half time, mate. You haven't noticed him. Because he's had nothing. He's been on since half time, mate. He came on for Fred. It just that is all. You know what? Actually, United Live. You get I'm pinning your comment because that. None of that, Tyler. So, Van der Beek is coming on for Rashford. Finally he comes on. Ball comes in. Headed clear. Bruno picks it up. Gives it to Pogba. Pogba goes out wide to Mason Greenwood. Go on, Greenwood. Cuts in, shoot! Come on! Greenwood! And it's 2-1. No. Come on! Mason Greenwood. Boom! Mason bloody Greenwood. Big goal for Manchester United and Mason Greenwood. He's back in form, Mason Greenwood, just at the right time. Big. And guys, what a surprise. And as we bring Donny van der Beek on, we score. No coincidence. No coincidence. No coincidence there. Van der Beek comes on, we score. Coincidence? I think not. And here comes Mattia Vidra for Burnley. I was about to say for Manchester United. If we had Mattia Vidra, I would cry myself to sleep. That's what we want. Let's go. I'm using a jalapeno crisp because it's hot. It's fire from Mason Greenwood. Donny van der Beek. But I mean, like I was saying about United Live saying there's still no Cavani, it says exactly what I've been saying all season long about our striker issue. We have good strikers. Martial is a good striker. Cavani is a good striker. Greenwood is a good striker. But none of them have really had good seasons at Manchester United. Why is that? It's because we don't create chances for our striker. Even look at the goals we've scored today. That Greenwood chance. Well, that Greenwood goal, sorry. So, nothing. We don't create for our number 9. That's our issue. That's why we struggle. Not because not Van der Beek, because Martial's a bad striker or Cavani's a bad striker, because we don't create for them. And now we're just going to bore the life out of this game for the last 10 minutes because we're negative and we have no clue how to see out a football game like a top team. Tyler has seen Van der Beek and has reacted like he's a streaker because he never comes in. Or never comes on, sorry. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm amazed Donny van der Beek even came on. But I'm happy Greenwood. Look, not Greenwood. Van der Beek is starting to get more minutes, which is fantastic to see. Right, Cavani giving chase here. Ben Mee goes long. Dean Henderson. Look, that is really good. Really good there from what's his name? Henderson comes out well and gets the ball. Fantastic from Dean Henderson. Maguire goes down the line. Van der Beek takes it down. Gives it to Pogba. Does well. Gets fouled. He's screaming at Van der Beek. He's hurt. The one time he comes on, he gets injured. You think Cavani will score, do you? Oh, no, I'll take it. I could take a third and a Cavani goal. Oh, that looks painful. Send him off. Bruno just goes short to shore. Pogba. Cavani. Out to Greenwood. McTominay! Good save by Peacock Farrell. Good play from Manchester United there. How many added on? We don't know yet. I imagine it'll be 3. Right, so corner for Manchester United here. Greenwood and Pogba have gone over to take it. We're not holding it in the fucking corner against fucking Burnley, are we? Four minutes of added time. Lovely play from Van der Beek. Go on, Greenwood. Oh, Bruno! What you doing, Bruno? What's he doing? Really poor. Really poor from Bruno Fernandes there. The Burnley goalkeeper has done well today. He has, to be fair. What's he doing there, Bruno? It falls to him. Just take the shot there or play it back. It's never going to be handball, is it? No, not handball. Corner for Manchester United. You were right, to be fair. Was it Jack? If I got that wrong, sorry. Fortnite Sweet. I think it was. Or was it? No, not what Ben, was it? No, I think it was Jack. Might have been Ben. Sorry, I have forgotten. I said I'd try not to, but I have. Which one was it? Jack? Phil, I don't think you. I don't think. Was it like? No, I don't think I do. Oh, Vidra. What a challenge by Shaw. Alright, good. That's what I thought it was. But then I've just had my doubts and I didn't want to say it and it'd be wrong. Go on, Cavani. Lovely ball out to Greenwood. Bruno. Greenwood. Donny van der Beek. Cavani! Brilliant from Manchester United. Cavani gets a third. And it's Donny van der Beek. Boom. And look, it comes to that fantastic challenge by Luke Shaw. And look, this is counter-attacking football. Found Cavani. Cavani out to Greenwood. Greenwood. Found Bruno. Look who's out wide. Donny van der Beek from a wide position. And I get told Donny van der Beek couldn't play out wide. What a surprise. Donny van der Beek from a wide position again providing. And that's what I mean. You cannot play Rashford and Greenwood together as wingers. You can't. It doesn't work. Because you do not create for your number 9. What a surprise. You bring Donny van der Beek on and straight away we score. Well, we've scored twice since he's come on. But straight away we create something for our number 9 as soon as he's come on. Read my last comment. I told you 3-1. You did say 3-1. And you did say Cavani would score it. So big up to you. 3-1. Who said 3-1? Did anyone? United Live, your dad has smashed this, mate. And there's full time. Manchester United 3, Burnley 1. Big 3 points for Manchester United. Can I find your comment? Huge W for Manchester United. And yeah, it was a big one as well. We needed that. What am I going to say? What am I trying to type? United Live's dad. That's what I'm typing. At the start, my dad said 3-2 United. Right, there we go. So, United Live, your dad, it will now be the pinned comment. So, what do we think? What do we make of that? What do we make of that game? I mean, what I'm gonna say. There's no surprise to me in the fact that as soon as we took Marcus Rashford off, we improved. And I'm not saying Marcus Rashford is a bad player. It could have been Mason Greenwood. But we improved because we put a creative player in that front line. Bruno creates a lot of chances. He does, to be fair. But that's not enough. You look at Manchester City. They have De Bruyne creating chance after chance after chance. But then you have Bernardo Silva creating chances. Foden creating chances. They have so much output, creative output, across that front line. We don't have that. Without either Pogba on the wing, without Pogba on the wing, without Donny van der Beek or Bruno on the wing, without maybe Mata on the wing, we don't have creativity there. You put one of them on the wing alongside a Greenwood or a Rashford or a Martial, we create more. There's no two ways about it. We are a better team when we've got one of Greenwood or Martial or Rashford on the wing. Because we create for our number 9. If Martial had a full season of Rashford on the wing, on the left, Bruno at 10, and Donny van der Beek on the right, for example, or Van der Beek on the left, Bruno at 10, Greenwood on the right, he would have a lot more goals. He would. My dad is applause for United Live's dad. My dad is almost 53 and has more correct predictions on this channel than me on his third attempt. The man's a genius, clearly. All he needs to get creative shout. Yeah, he does. Did Luke Shaw get an assist? I don't believe he did, you know. I mean, I've got him on my fantasy team. He did not. He did not, unfortunately. I tell you what, though, I had a great start to fantasy, but apart from that, it's kind of gone a bit to shit. Well, I mean, I haven't had many players play, to be fair. I mean, can I get my fantasy team up? This is my fantasy team. Harry Kane, 36 points, triple captain. That's the way we do it. No, I have Shaw in my fantasy. He didn't get an assist. I mean, I have a lot of Chelsea players. Chelsea and Man City defences. But that's the way I like it. I like to roll. So, like I was saying, to be fair, I said Cavani. Said, yeah, you did. To be fair, I respect that prediction. What am I saying here? About this front line. I'll go to this screen. This, and look, for those who watch the United stand, I assume some of you would have. There's an old man on there called Ricky. Now, Ricky gets slaughtered for some of his opinions. But I tell you what, his opinions, well, I agree with a lot of them. His opinions, in the end, always get found, 99% of the time, get proven right. And Ricky, from very early on, even after lockdown, was saying, when you have Rashford, Greenwood and Martial all in the front three, you have too many attackers. You have too many players trying to score goals. He's bang on. Bang on. Because Greenwood, he's a number 9. He wants to score goals. Rashford, his whole, pretty much, up until he came into the first team, his career has been a number 9. In the academy, he was a number 9. Cavani, obviously, Cavani's a number 9. Martial's a number 9. We don't have wingers. We have number 9s. And we can't keep it going because these players, because they are number 9s playing on the wing, and that's very different to wingers playing on the wing. Despite how they play may seem similar to Raheem Sterling, he tries to score goals. It's like a number 9 playing up on the wing, or Salah. It's not, because their whole career they've been wingers. They know what you have to do. They know about what in their mind they want to score, but they know when they have to try and create as well. Our wingers don't. That's why when Van der Beek came on against Newcastle, for example, early on in the season, like that we changed. We were a better side because we had more creativity in that front line. Again, today, Van der Beek comes on. At the end of the game, when we haven't created a thing for our striker, we do our best bit of play all game, create something for our striker straight away. It's not a coincidence, is it? It's not a coincidence. When Van der Beek comes on, we create more. Or you look at Spurs. Again, more creativity. Because Greenwood isn't a number 9. He's not. He's a number 9. I can tell you that for a fact. Mason Greenwood is a number 9. He wants to play as a number 9, and he is a number 9. He can play out on the right, like Greenwood, like Rashford can play out on the right. Rashford can play as a number 9, but Rashford is a left winger. Greenwood is a number 9 who can play out on the wing. Like Pogba, he's a number 8. He's a central midfielder, Paul Pogba. But he can play on the wing. Van der Beek, similar. Van der Beek is a 10. He is an 8. But he can play out wide. He can play as a 6 in certain systems. We need creativity in that front line. Greenwood and Rashford as our wing players aren't that. And I think it further proves and just shows how much we need Jadon Sancho, or a player like Jadon Sancho. We need a proper right winger. 3-1 score lines 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, you're right. And late goals. Late goals. When we change it, we bring on Van der Beek, we look better. How many points you have? We have we have 66 points. So this is the league table. So we're on 66 points. We are 8 points behind Manchester City. Of course, like I've said multiple times, league title's gone, but right wing Renan Anna, absolute beast, mate. I swear. 8 points behind City. I mean, but it's... Pardon me. I mean, if last comment on this formation and why we can't on the Rashford and Greenwood situation. It's not just a Manchester United thing. It's not. And look, theoretically, if you wanted to play an attacking front three like this, you can't have Bruno. You cannot have Bruno. You need a defensive midfielder. Because what we have, especially with these two playing, Bruno pretty much plays as a number 9 half the time. You look at the best teams in history. They either play a 4-3-3. You look at prime MSN, prime Real Madrid with BBC. Their team was they had their out brilliant attackers in Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema, or for Barcelona it was Messi, Neymar, Suarez. You had these 3 elite attackers who are all just looking to score goals and wouldn't really help out defensively too much. But you had this. You would have a free midfield. You'd have a defensive midfielder. You'd have Pogba in this situation, the man getting forward a little bit, helping out, and McTominay in this situation, box to box, getting backwards and forwards. But you always have your defensive midfielder there for stability, because you know them wingers ain't getting back. With Manchester United, we don't have that, because McTominay wants to play box to box. Pogba wants to be getting up there alongside Bruno. Bruno doesn't want to be defending. So what ends up happening is we get exposed, and that's why we see our centre backs get exposed time after time. If we want to play with a front three of Rashford, Greenwood, and then a number 9, we cannot play. Bruno Fernandes can't play, and obviously we can't drop Bruno Fernandes, can we? So we have to stop playing Rashford or Greenwood together. And like I said, it's not just Manchester United. You look at Arsenal. Arsenal are in the same sort of situation. Aubameyang doesn't fit into Arsenal. Should he? Why? Because you can't. Well, the front three that Arsenal fans were gassed of, Lacazette, Pepe, and Aubameyang doesn't work. Because they're so attacking. They all want to score goals. You see, when Saka comes in, instantly much better. Much better when Saka comes in straight away into that attack, because he wants to create. That's the difference. That's how it is. That's football. You cannot have too many attackers. And with a front three of Rashford, Greenwood, and Cavani or Martial, it's too attacking. Especially when you have then Bruno Fernandes playing at 10. Put Bruno up top as a number 9, you're fine. But it's too attacking how it is. I'm late because I had a haircut. I like your cut, G. Fulham drew 1-1. They did. I mean, look. We won the game. It wasn't the most convincing, really. I thought we started fairly well. I think Bruno Fernandes again had a bad game today. I think he did. I think he had a bad game. I think a lot of passes he was forcing a little bit. The thing is, players need quality around them. Good players will be better when you have good players around them. I think we've seen that. When Pogba plays with Bruno, he's a level up. And when we saw Van der Beek come on, I thought Bruno got better. I think he did get better. And I just don't think we are playing sustainably. I don't think we saw it. We weren't playing sustainably at the start of this season. We came into this season trying to play exactly how we did last season, and it didn't work. And and it didn't work not because of the style we were playing, because of the personnel we were playing. We were playing with that front three, that attacking front three, and we were being left exposed defensively, and we couldn't get hold of in the midfield because we had no one there. Put a Sancho there, put a Van der Beek there, put a Pogba on the wing. But you get Van der Beek, you get Pogba, and you get Bruno all on the pitch at the same time. We will create more chances for our number 9. We will dominate games, and we will control games much, much more. I can promise you that. United Live's play range: Henderson 4, Maguire and Lindelof 4, Wan-Bissaka 7, Shaw 6, McTominay 3, Pogba 6, Rashford 5, Bruno 7, Greenwood 8, Cavani 7, Van der Beek 8, Ollie 4. I don't think you can give Cavani an 8. No, 7. I think your comment, United Live, right at the start of about 70th minute, sums up Manchester United and Cavani today. You didn't know he was there. You didn't know Cavani was on. So he didn't have a good game, could he? He couldn't have had a good game if you didn't know Cavani was on. That's just how it was. Right, so player ratings. So, obviously, like United Live has just done. Right, Mike's back. We are coming for you. We are coming for you, Jadon Sancho. We are coming for you. We need Jadon Sancho. So Dean Henderson, muted you are. Yeah, my mic just stopped. Just like disconnected. I don't know why. All right. So Dean Henderson, he was awful today, wasn't he? He was awful. He was all over the place. He was coming out, getting nowhere near balls. He was being silly. And he was playing like a man who felt like he needed to prove something. Like he needed to show what he can do, and he did it too much. It was like he was overcompensating for something. And I think that's an issue. And look, you've got to go to Uncle's. Fair enough. In a bit then, mate. I mean, cheers if you are leaving the stream. Cheers for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. And have a good one, mate. Henderson 2, Lindelof 5, Maguire 4, Wan-Bissaka 8, Shaw 5, McTominay 4, Pogba 7, Rashford 4, Bruno 5, Greenwood 8, Cavani 6, Ollie 4. In a bit, mate. But so yeah, Henderson. I can't give Henderson a high rating, to be honest. He didn't keep a clean sheet. I can't think of any saves he really made. In a bit, mate. I have a good one. If I load the stats up, they had 3 shots on target. They scored one of them. What were the other ones? Were they long shots? I can't give Henderson a high rating at all. And look, I'm fair. I'm fair when it comes to rating. Yes, Dean Henderson. Well, David Hay is my preference. Would be my number 1 goalkeeper. But I'm not biased towards either or. I want both of them to be at their very best. I just don't think Henderson just didn't play well enough today. And everyone's went about David De Gea. I don't want to make it about David De Gea versus Dean Henderson because I do plan to make a video on it. And I feel like I should probably make it now. It's one of those. You're in a position where what we've said about what has been thrown at Henderson, at De Gea, is Henderson's done well when he's played, deserves his chance. It's never De Gea hasn't done anything to be dropped, but apparently Dean Henderson's done enough to deserve a chance. Has he not had his chance now? And he's not as good as De Gea. De Gea's gone into the Europa League where everyone said Dean Henderson has done brilliantly in and earned his spot as number 1 and has been equally as brilliant in the Europa League. What does that tell you about the Europa League? Because Henderson, when he's come into the league, hasn't been as good as David De Gea has been in the league. It tells us the Europa League has been fuck easy, and we should be winning them games, and we should be comfortable. Our goalkeeper shouldn't be doing much. And I think, to me, that's exactly what it's shown. Right, so Dean Henderson for me, he's very low. I mean, what if Chris Wood's goal had counted, he would be getting 2s, 1s, Henderson. But because he was offside, although it was a bit massive mistake, but technically it didn't cost us. Because it technically didn't cost us, he won't get marked down as much for it. He's going to get a 3. Wan-Bissaka. I thought Wan-Bissaka in that first half was brilliant. I thought it was fantastic. Second half, it's like I said, we ignore the right hand side in the second half. Why is that? Well, I think it's because we saw this transition. We'll put him there. We saw. So this is the first half. We saw a lot of movement down this right hand side. We were brilliant down our right hand side in that first half. When Rashford was down the middle, obviously you have to go down the width to get the ball forward because there's so many men in the middle, especially when Burnley was playing a free. They were always going to be compact, so we had to go down the width. We did in the first half. Down the right, we looked fantastic. Down the second half, Rashford moved out to the left. It was just down the left all the time. Right, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is having a chat. So, right. So, we don't know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thinks of the game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just had his thoughts on the Super League and has basically said he doesn't know anything about it. Wan-Bissaka did fantastic in the second half. He just didn't get passed to at all. I mean, yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka it's got to be a contender for man of the match. And would be man of the match if the man in front of him hadn't scored 2 goals and won us the game. I'm gonna give Wan-Bissaka an 8. Yeah, I thought he had a very, very good game. Lindelof and Maguire. I thought I thought they were quite poor today. I just don't think they had a good game. I'm giving them both 5s. I think Maguire was probably the worst out of the 2. I remember moaning about Maguire, something Maguire did earlier, but I can't remember what. It doesn't come to my head right now. I mean, Jason there, he's giving Maguire a 4 and Lindelof a 5. Yeah, I mean, I would say Lindelof was probably just about the better, but I don't think either of them were great. Luke Shaw. I thought Luke Shaw didn't have a bad game. I think he was average today. I thought he was average. A 6, maybe a 7. He didn't put a foot right. No, I'm gonna push him up to a 7. I thought he was getting forward, especially when Rashford came onto that left hand side. We saw a lot more of Luke Shaw. I think he had a good game. Yeah. Then, alright, this midfield. I didn't think Fred really had a bad game when he came off. I didn't think he was that bad. I'm giving Fred a 6. I really didn't think Fred did that badly. But McTominay, on the other hand, I can't give him much higher than a 4. I think I'll continue to say this about McTominay. I don't completely blame McTominay. McTominay is the man picking himself in that midfield double pivot. McTominay is a box-to-box midfielder. McTominay has said that. Well, he wants to be a box-to-box midfielder. But what McTominay actually is, he's a hybrid. McTominay is a hybrid player. He's not a great box-to-box midfielder because he's not a great passer. But what I think McTominay is, I think he's a good runner. I think when he gets on the ball and he's running with it, he's quite good on it. I think he makes some pretty good runs. I think he's got a good shot on him. And I think he's good in the air. But that's about it. So I think he's when we're playing a Manchester City and we're sitting deep and defending, he's perfect. He's perfect. But against good sides, he's not. He's not good enough. I think again we've seen that today. We need a proper defensive midfielder and we need a proper right winger or a left winger. And then we will be a much better team. Then in the front line, I'm gonna give Greenwood a 9. I thought he was fantastic today. Of course, he's gonna get man of the match. 2 goals, won us the game. I thought, especially in that first half, brilliant. Him and Wan-Bissaka in that first half was exceptional, absolutely exceptional. They were brilliant. Bruno Fernandes, 5. 5 today for Bruno Fernandes. I thought he got bullied. Not bullied. No, I'm thinking Maguire. I'm looking at Maguire. I thought just same old is that we see a lot when Bruno doesn't have a bad game. Usually Bruno has a bad game when we're slow at getting the ball to him and he has about 8 players in front of him and he has to try and break him down. That's the issue. We don't get the ball to him quickly enough at times. I think sometimes it's sort of he has to try and do it all himself. because he doesn't have other creative players next to him. And again, when Van der Beek came on, Bruno Fernandes improved massively. Again, smart, intelligent players play better next to smart, intelligent players. I can't say it enough. That's why teams like Manchester City look so good all the time. No matter if it's their first team or their second team, they look so good all the time because they've got intelligent players that always play together. And obviously fantastic coaching. A lot of our players aren't intelligent enough. I don't think Rashford would start for Manchester City because he's not intelligent enough as a footballer, in my opinion. For me, Greenwood would. I think Martial would. I think Martial would start up front for Manchester City every game if he was at Manchester City because he's a super intelligent footballer. I don't think Rashford is that. I don't think, again, that's what sets Rashford. That's what stops, for me, Rashford being world class. I just don't think Rashford. Do you think Manchester? We should win. We should definitely win the Europa League, Irish Crawlers. If we don't, it's a shambles. Right, Greenwood's talking. So Greenwood's saying he likes to play off the right. Can I be? No, you cannot, Irish Crawlers. I don't give out. I don't. At the moment, my position on moderators is that if I know you in person, I'll give you it. But right now, while I don't need moderators, chat doesn't get overwhelmed or whatever, I don't give out moderators. Or else we would have more. Pogba. I don't know about Pogba today. I thought he was a little bit quiet at times, but I don't think he had a terrible game. Pogba. What's everyone else said for Pogba? Pogba, 4. 6. I'm thinking 6 to be fair, Irish Callers. So we'll go with 6. Just an average performance from Paul Pogba today. I don't think he was brilliant. Don't think he was terrible. Yeah, 6. I mean, I think it says a lot that I can't remember anything Pogba really do anything. They're showing the Greenwood first goal. And look, that Bruno dummy is absolutely delightful. It's absolutely delightful, that dummy from Bruno. And then Rashford. I don't think Rashford particularly had a bad game. I thought he looked dangerous. Rashford a 5. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think Rashford particularly had a bad game. I just think what we see things and think, oh, that's a bad thing. He's had a bad game because he's done this, he's done that. When actually, that's just Marcus Rashford. I've said this. Rashford at times is like that mate who wants to walk the ball into the net. He wants to try and beat everyone. He's playing like futsal, or 5-a-side. That's Rashford. That's not him just, he's having a bad game. That's just Rashford. And because of that, I'm just going to give him an average 6. But I mean, I could be swayed either way. Then the substitutes. Cavani came on, scored a goal. When he came on at half time. I can't give. I mean, the 7. But what United Live said earlier is bang on. And I can't blame that on Cavani, can I? Cavani didn't get involved in the play. And I'm going to give him a 6. I'm only going to give him a 6 because of it. There is people like me and Nico who get moderate before you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, moderate is like at the time I need moderators, it'll be like who's been here longest, who gets involved in chat, who can I trust. Asking for moderator, it won't get you moderator. So yeah. So about Cavani. Where I stand on Cavani today is where I've stood on Martial, where I've stood on when Greenwood played up top. When he came on and he got none of the ball. He didn't get a chance until Van der Beek obviously put one on a plate for him. And that's not really Cavani's fault, but what I do think about Cavani, Cavani, is that he could have dropped deeper to come collect the ball a bit more. Of course, he did say he wasn't fully fit, so he might have not been fully fit for the second half. But he didn't drop deep like we see Martial do and still get involved in the play. He kind of did just stand the last man, wait for his chance, and obviously when he finally got it, he took it. And because of that, I dropped it down to a 5, but the guard pushes it back up to an average 6. And then, the only other change was Donny. When did Donny van der Beek even come on? Can you give Donny van der Beek anything really high? He came on the 84th minute. He scored 2 goals after that, to be fair. He played 6 minutes. I'm going to give Van der Beek a 7. Look, he didn't play long enough, really, to get anything much. But a 7, got an assist. And I think, again, he came on and we looked a better side and we scored. Obviously, the first goal is just a coincidence. But we looked a better side when he came on, so I'm happy. Do you have Bradley's jacket? No, I gave it back to him, George. Who do you think we need to sign this summer? I think we need to sign a right winger. So I would like Sancho. I think we should have signed him last summer. And Ndidi, we need a defensive midfielder. I would love Ndidi from Leicester. Of course, I would take Declan Rice. Or just any elite defensive midfielder who will just win the ball back. And let Pogba, let Donny van der Beek, let Bruno Fernandes attack. Like we saw last season with Matic. I think we need a centre-back. I think centre-back is the... I don't know. I think if you get an elite defensive midfielder, a centre-back isn't as necessary, but at the same time, it is very, very necessary still. I don't think we need a striker. I think striker-wise, we've got a lot of good strikers. Again, they just don't get the chances. I think that's the big issue with our strikers. They don't get chances. I think we should sign Kimpembe for PSG as a replacement for Lindelof. I don't think Lindelof's that bad, to be honest. I quite like Victor Lindelof. We need a defensive midfielder. McFreddy's not good enough. They can't make one good long pass. I agree. I mean, earlier, I remember Fred actually played a really nice long over-the-top ball to Wan-Bissaka. And I was there applauding him. That's how fast standards have dropped. That we were applauding players being able to make passes. They're not of the level, are they? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm going to give him a 6. Weren't great, weren't terrible, was he? Right, so... Of course, next, from this point onwards, we go to... Who do we have next? Do we have Roma in the cup? In the Europa League? I don't actually know who we have next. We go to Leeds on Sunday, and then we have Roma in the Europa League. So it's quite interesting. Obviously, well, it's not quite interesting. I don't know why I've said that. I'm just chatting out my arse at this point. So my next video will be the Man United video. I'll probably do a video about the David De Gea versus Dean Henderson situation. I'll probably do a video about that and give my opinions as a concrete video, as obviously we don't have Europa League. And then obviously it will be the preview for the Leeds game. There'll be a Premier League preview out as well for next week. McBeak. No, Donny van der Beek and McTominay would not work together at all. Would not work together. Finn, are you doing Liverpool versus Leeds tomorrow? I can't. Maybe. I can't guarantee it. If I do, I do. I can't promise you for yes, but I probably will. I probably will. Do you think we can maybe win the title next season if we sign players needed? I don't think so. I've made a whole video about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a good enough manager to take us to the top. I think what we need a massive step up. But Manchester City will step up as well. Liverpool won't be as poor as they were this season, next season. And that's the issue. If we had had a proper win summer, we could have won the league this season. We could have. If we signed a centre-back like we knew we needed. Like if we signed Jadon Sancho, we could have won the league this year. But because we didn't, we're going to finish second. We're going to win a Europa. Well, we might win a Europa League, and that's what we're going to have to celebrate. While Manchester City go and win the Premier League. I don't think we can win the Premier League if we sign the players, because I think the teams around us will get better, and I think they've got better managers. I think they've got better players already, really. Although I think we should be looking to kick on and improve upon what is a decent points tally while not being brilliant. Mate, it was cancelled. If we don't drop points to shit teams, we could have won the title. The problem is we've drawn too many games this season because we've put an emphasis on not losing games so much that we don't win games because of it. And that's again one of our issues. We try not to lose games too often than try and win games. In a bit, United Live. And on that bombshell, I'm going to leave this stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you did enjoy, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. If you are new and you haven't already. And not to Sheffield United. Yes, obviously there's some embarrassing defeats. But yeah, anyway, like I said, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you in my next one, which will probably be my video on the David De Gea versus Dean Henderson situation. Anyway, in a bit. Peace.